Ay, ay, ay. All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Navid Gaming. God, I'm a little bit flummoxed right now because I've been trying to do this recording for like a good while now. But yeah, I think I finally got everything sorted out. So yes, today we are playing a new release title. Yes, freshly right out of the oven. It is Kingdom Come Deliverance II. Now, I played the first game in this supposed series, maybe, and I gotta say, I liked the authenticity and the attention to realism and historical accuracy, among other things. Gameplay is kind of crap, but that's just how it is. Because the game was more focused on trying to be authentic than it was to trying to be true to real life. It was trying to be more realistic than it was trying to be, a game. But I can't wait that now that how do you put this? When you the game was the first game was a proof of concept. This game is going to be essentially like a more streamlined version. It's going to be a more polished version of that concept. And I can't wait to see what sort of things they did to it. I also am not sure what to expect. I know we're going to be playing as Henry again, and Henry's an interesting character, but he's also looks a lot older. I wonder how far into the future this is, but otherwise, I'm kind of curious to see where this story takes us. So I don't think this is going to be a new series unless people want it to be. I mean, granted, I would like to continue any game that I've started, but I think it's the way I churn out videos. I think it's just better off of unless people directly ask for it. I don't think I'm going to have the ability to really just sit down and churn videos unless people really want me to do that. Because again, the way I seem to be churning out videos is just not it's not optimal, but I am trying to get a schedule set up in place. I have the free time for it now. I just need to get a schedule in place for it. I just recently released a shoe on head video just the other day, and so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to this one now because I didn't have the ability to get to anything else yesterday. Anyways, enough about myself. Let's just jump right into it. I've already tweaked some of the graphic settings. So now it's a bit smoother. Not how it was originally starting when I first got in here, but credits, that's probably what. Taken captive by rebellious nobles and his brother, King Sigmund. Okay. Only a handful of loyalists stand by the rightful king. Abdul 1403. How you say that? Graphics are really nice.
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep.
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others.
I've been trying to fix some of my audio issues from the last video, so hopefully that's coming through.
To the battlements! Move!
Father! Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands.
Oh, that's Hans. I thought he looked familiar.
Get ready!
Goose.
Take cover!
Action value is really great.
A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
Oh, are we starting off as somebody else at the moment? Interesting. I have also changed the tracking method for my model, so I have no idea how well that's going to look. I was using a different sort of like a tracker program for the model because it's I mean, for some reason it has a tendency to go into a frowny face, which is weird. But yeah, unless I'm looking directly down like that, not gonna be furrowing my brow too much, but my lip always seems to do precisely that. What it's doing right now. I don't know. Weird. Oh. I was kind of hoping it just reset itself, but whatever. Can't fix it now. Currently taking its time loading. Now, mind you, this is a new release, so any technical problems or tweaks are something that's going to be a given with new releases, but if the loading screens are going to be too long, I'm going to definitely downgrade the graphics a bit. Looking like I'm going to need to do that as soon as it starts. That bar has not moved at all. Which is not necessarily... Oh, there we go. Well, you were moving and now you're not moving. Starting off strong with this one. We're like 10 minutes in and we haven't even gotten to gameplay. Dear Lord. It is like right there. The loading The bar is right there. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely tweaking the graphic settings. I have to pause video, I think, until it's finally ready. Maybe. If this goes on for any longer, I might. Drink while I wait. If I don't load in by the 12-minute mark, I'm gonna just pause it until it does. Mind you, I set everything to ultra to see, well, except for shadow quality in clouds, just to see how well it would run. Oh, there we go. So, yeah. Now we're in the game, and now I'm adjusting graphics, certainly. Overall image quality will set to high. I'm gonna go with just performance for now. I'll be back 1 second. Alright, we're back. Okay. Set the shadows to low. If you knock someone out after they've already seen your face or you're not quick enough, they'll remember you when they regain consciousness, then report the guard. Okay. I set everything to high. Put it a notch down in terms of graphic quality. Set the performance, the DLSS to performance. And I also, other than that, I turned motion blur off. Because who the fuck uses the motion blur? Alright.
Godwin, over here! Get up there quick! We have to repel them!
Alright, it's performing pretty well so far. Oh. Oh, interesting. Oh, I have to hold down the button to reload it too. Alright, so to aim is also to reload, apparently. It's all in one motion. Fascinating. I guess I gotta continue to do this. This isn't looking too good. Better start shooting. Gotta move down the stairs. So far, so good. Five. Leave none standing. Follow the Commander Dry Devil. An interesting name. My guy, you move slower than I do. Oh, hey. Oh. Hey, just automatically switch me to a sword. Attack by holding. You can defend yourself. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, this is the guy I gotta kill. Up. Yep, we're still using the For Honor system. Yeah, get down. Can you not? Nice. Starting off strong, starting off strong. Is that Henry?
I've been hit. Like, don't poke at it. Just calm down. Oh, Dentist Fortuna, fucking you, vat. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Title card. Yeah, I'd like to use this form of tracking, but because it it captures a lot more, but again, it just puts me in a frowny face all the time for some reason. And I don't understand why that happens. I mean, it's pretty understandable when I look down and then it just thinks that I'm furrowing because of the angle, but I don't know. It's just weird. And when it sees my whole face, it still sometimes does that. Several weeks later.
Oh, Dentist Fortuna, you vat!
Oh, there he is. There's Henry.
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
Oh, Dentes Fortuna Juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it.
Thought it was the fold.
All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
That you be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir. Trotsky.
I mean, if my playthrough is anything to scoff at, he's been with at least 4.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Berghoff must be made of money.
Touch anything in case it skips the cutscene. Oh, there we go.
Henry?
Oh.
Looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am.
Okay, so we're already being introduced to new mechanics, and apparently we respond to things when we're not in dialogue by just simply hitting a button or two. Alright, so before we continue on, a bit of a buffer. Kingdom Come Deliverance II is a sequel, and in the first game, you play as Henry, and Henry, because just for context reasons, right? So Henry is a character who was nothing more than just a simple farmer, a pauper who worked for who helped his father, who was a blacksmith at a lord's manor back in his village, and his village was sacked by the rebels under Sigismund, and after his home was burnt to the ground, and his father murdered, and among other things, right, including his own mother. Just about everyone in the village was slaughtered except for like a girl that was at the village. That's neither here or there. She actually has her own DLC story, which is funny. But essentially, to make a long story short, he goes from being just like a disenfranchised pauper who has nothing left to his name to going into the Loyalist army, working for one of the greatest. I don't know if it was a general, but he worked for a man who his father had crafted a sword for. And as the story goes on, eventually, after the sword is taken away, and Henry's entire journey is to locate the man who took that sword, who he learns is actually working for Sigismund's army. And after he reclaims the sword, kills the guy who took it, and also killed he didn't actually kill his father, but after he reclaimed his father's sword, he had returned it. Along the way, he met Hans Capon, who was a bit of a rebellious youth, as noble children tend to be, and kind of an asshole, not gonna lie. But so they ended up growing a bit of a They end up growing a bit of a bond after a bit of a hunting expedition happened. And regardless of the outcome, you build a better rapport with Hans. Hans becomes a more developed as a character, and he starts to respect Henry a bit more. And over time, as the story progresses, you learn that the guy you're working for, who took you in when you had nothing left to your name, who's basically your boss, your general, turns out to be your fucking father, which that's a plot twist and a half. And you were trying to go through this whole journey trying to reclaim your father's sword just to deliver your father's sword to your father. Your actual blood-related father, and not your adoptive father, apparently. So, yeah. Bit of a plot twist there, but otherwise, that's the gist of the story of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. So, who knows where they're going to take the game this time around.
We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll
Only on this computer where dialogue just has a fucking aneurysm. That was kind of funny.
hand over our important message and then skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But
That sounds fun.
Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course. How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna's...
Audentes fortuna juvat! See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Nick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk.
I don't miss nothing is what he was going to say. Well, we're starting out pretty strong. We had a bit of a tutorial mission in somebody else's shoes, and now we're playing now we're playing through the actual story with the main characters of the narrative. Oh. This looks lovely.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. You're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Do we look like strangers?
Between a noble and a bandit, sir?
Exactly.
Not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Leipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Leipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Leipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
Are we doing some negotiating now?
Not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
What is your playstyle? Soldier likes nothing more than to have a weapon in his hand and wear a strong suit of armor. He is also infamous for his short temper. Oh, interesting. Choosing a playstyle will give you some starting experience, but the choice of what traits you will develop next is up to you. Nothing more than have a weapon in his hand and wear a strong suit of armor. He is also infamous for his short temper. Advisor prefers to solve things using his knowledge, sharp tongue, and a kind word. Scout likes to hide in the shadows and solves tasks silently, undetected, and by stealth. That's a good way to start this off. Let's see. I'm more of a solve things using wit and charisma type of player in RPGs. But granted, I do enjoy combat. And this game has a bit more of a freeform combat, so it's really going to be down to skill more so than anything else. So I think I'm more inclined to go with this an advisory option. So we're gonna go with I'm an advisor to a noble and envoy.
I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
Persuasion. You can solve a lot of situations by convincing the other side. In dialogues, you will have a choice of some of the options below that define how you will react, but beware, persuasion requires the other party to believe you. Stain? Speech. You try to handle the situation peacefully and without conflict. Charisma. You make use of your noble appearance and good reputation. Might. You try to come across as a hero and a protector of the weak. Coercion. You say anything to get your way, even using lies and manipulation. Domination. You make it clear to the other person that you're superior to them. Dread. When reasoning doesn't work, threats might. Persuasion skill is influenced by your other stats and skills. You can find detailed descriptions in your inventory under the Player tab. Interesting. Many situations can be solved by reasoning with the other party. Within dialogues, you'll have several options of how to react, but be warned, the other party won't always believe you. Persuasion is not about picking the highest number, it's about who you're talking to, what you look like, what your reputation is. For example, threatening a bunch of thugs with violence alone is usually pointless, just like claiming to be a nobleman with straw sticking out of your boots. Yeah. That's the other thing about this game is that especially it looks like they carried over into this one from the first one is that appearance matters just as much as your skill in the stats in question matter. So you have to have both a reputation, skill, and appearance of the type of person you are trying to pass yourself off as. And that makes perfect sense in most scenarios. I wonder how this is going to differentiate itself in this game, or if it's going to be somehow better or worse. We'll see. All right. Let's see. We are currently got might. By choosing speech, you will try to resolve the situation using your diplomatic skills, or you try appealing to your noble appearance. People are more inclined to believe a well-dressed lord than a beggar. Alternatively, you try to convince the counterparty of your chivalry and offer your martial skills and strength. As envoys, we're offering an alliance. I'm going to say it's because it looks like that's what we're getting roped into. As soldiers, we can help you with the bandits.
We want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down, so we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Don't provoke me, boy, or you'll pass to a place you don't want to be. Didn't you say you were a scribe? Or are you trying to tell me you're a knight and a scribe? Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes.
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's traveling with me for the first time, and evidently, he's got a bit above himself. We've come on the orders of Margrave Jobst of Moravia, and we bear a message from Sir Hanish of Lipa, Divish of Tarnberg, and Radzig Kobula. Our message concerns the offer of an alliance that it seems you need as much as we do right now.
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you into trouble.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Oh, we failed that check. That's for fucking sure.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God, what kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky, thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them.
I don't see this going very well. I'm probably going to get laid into for that bit of a mistake.
Camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
That's the one thing I hate about dialogue trees, especially like these, because they shorten it. You're not sure exactly what he's going to say when he says it. If I had known he was going to be a bit more threatening about it, I would have been a bit more diplomatic about it.
For Christ's sake! Henry! Call off that damn dog before he wolfs down the last of our mates.
Come here! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Well, hoorah! Peace at last.
Find detailed descriptions of all tasks and
Anything else?
cheap wine. Oh, it gives you a little stat window too. A little different. All right.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God. How many times do I have to tell you? I ain't playing with you.
Why not?
Here you go.
Because you
Take it.
cheat.
I do not.
Oh? And how come
Doesn't like bread or fruits. Makes sense.
That's an easy one. I always win, because you always lose.
Ha ha. Very droll.
Seriously though, Conrad, my old mate. Roll a few, eh?
No.
Henry. Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain? I thought they got us all. The way you provoked him.
You're right. I got a bit carried away.
Well, you shouldn't have. We're lucky they didn't shoot us down on the spot. Did you notice how many of them there were? You better keep your nose out of it next time.
I apologize. You're right.
That's all right. I understand how you feel. His tone got on my nerves too. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Well, since you're so sure of yourself, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or should we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Alright. The player menu is where you can find all sorts of important information about Henry and his surroundings. It is divided into 6 sections between which you can move to the right and left. Interesting. Equipped items, amount strength, quality, weight, price. Dirtiness. Poison is applied to the item. Item is still... Oh, so that's the sign for dirty. Okay. Main level 15. Change outfit. Oh, yeah, there's an outfit changer? Oh, interesting. Huh. Pretty cool, actually. Let's see. Journal. Optional.
Bucket, tankard! Stop with that! Your whistling is getting on my fucking nerves the whole way. Leave it off this evening at least.
You know why we're going to Trotsky?
Do you know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
Do you think we'll succeed?
To tell the truth, I'm starting to get a bit anxious about what to expect tomorrow. Do you think our big mission will be successful?
Nothing to worry about. We'll get to Trotsky, Sir Hans and von Burgo will parley, and then we'll ride back. Done.
You're a bit sure of yourself, eh?
Well, this ain't my first time delivering a message. Everything will go according to plan. Don't you worry.
We might even discuss how to make peace with Sigismund.
Peace? I don't know. Sigismund is winning and he won't want to parley for peace. But I hope there's some chance of a truce, at least an armistice. The main thing is that it don't get no worse. Hacking up Cumans is one thing, but if it comes to Czechs fighting against Czechs, that'd be nasty.
You know these parts?
Do you know these parts?
A little. It's all rocks and woods. Lovely to look at, but shit for hunting in. If you don't watch your step, you could easily fall down some fissure.
So you've been in Trotsky before?
Not Trotsky itself. Once I just passed through here with Sir Hanusha's escort.
Ah, I expect that's why he sent you with us.
No doubt, but also because I'm not as rash as you youngsters. And besides, as the cook, I make sure you lot don't gobble up all the supplies at once.
Interesting. Guess that is for the dog, though.
Listen, would you have some scraps for a muck?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Come on, Oaks. We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow, and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Those sausages of yours are only fit for a dog anyway.
For Christ's sake, stop giving me a hard time. I'll have you know that sausage is fucking good. But neither you nor your dog will get to taste it.
Wouldn't you swap it for something?
I might. Tankard has my ring. I lost it to him at dice, and if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you that sausage.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
The real question, it looks like, is going to be what stat is best to focus on and what choice of dialogue is better in each given situation. Going to be the main problem with dialogue choices, especially when it comes to persuasion. Definitely. Oh, weighted dice. Why is this in here? We got a cheetah among us. Let's see. Let's get into this.
Henry, better not keep Sir Hans waiting. It'll be dark soon.
So, should we start?
Do you think we're going to fight with our cocks? Put on your helmet and armor, grab a practice sword, and come along.
Oh, so that way doesn't chafe, I guess.
Can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Did you deal with that dog of yours? I wouldn't want him gobbling up our supper while we're training.
You're right. Hang on a while.
All right. You damn dog. Gonna be a problem consistently, it looks like. Oh, I know where this is going. Where's the table from?
Where did he get the table from?
From that cave behind me. It was just lying there. So I says to myself, that's better than playing on the ground.
You know this domain well?
Have you ever been in these parts before?
No, but I know there's a village called Troskovis at the foot of the castle, and there's a tavern there. Me and Conrad will go there and fatten our purses nicely on the locals. I got the dice ready for it. If Sir Hans gives us a bit of free time, like, I must remind him.
How do you think tomorrow will work out? They're interesting questions.
How do you think things will end up tomorrow?
How? No ways, I reckon. Whenever someone parleys with someone about something, it takes ages.
Why do you think that?
See me and Conrad now? We can't even agree who's going to be on watch this evening. But then, I'm just a spear carrier. I ain't got the head for no noble manners. Ask Oates. He'll know more about it for sure.
Maybe in the end, Lord Capon and von Bergov will arrive at some agreement.
Aye, maybe. We'll see.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure. How's about spicing it up with a little wager?
I heard you won a ring off Oates. What about that?
Fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky. All right?
Oh boy. If you're interested in gambling, you can find a game of dice in any respectable tavern. No dice from the previous throws. I selected by held. Okay, so it's like the dice game from the last one. If you have any dice in your inventory, you can choose to use them before starting the game. Most dice have special properties that you can read about in their descriptions. These allow you to use special techniques to improve your luck. Course of the game, you start the game by rolling all 6 dice, selecting the scoring dice you want to keep, but then put them into the side and gain points for them at the end of your turn. Then roll the rest again. You can keep rolling until you run out of dice. However, if you don't roll a single scoring dice, you lose all points gained this turn. The art of dice is to finish your turn and score your points before you run the risk of not rolling a single scoring die. The first player to reach the score goal is the victor. You can see all the point information for the current game in the bottom left corner. And it's usually just matching pairs. Below are all dice combinations and their point values. 3 is 1,000, 3 ones is 1,000, 3 twos is 200, 3 sixes is 600. After 3 doubles the value. Pretty nice. Okay. Devil's Head acts as a joker, adding 1 value to any combination of dice. Alright.
Today's my lucky day. I can feel it in my bones.
So you say. Alright. Hmm.
My God, I'm done.
It's only 3s, right? One, two, three, four, five. Oh yeah. Also, oh, that'd be interesting. Okay. That badge. Fuck. Okay, it's a little complex. That. Take these and then roll again. Oh, I have to take another one. Well, shoot. Well, just on the off chance, right?
What are you waiting for? Hell to freeze over?
Huh? How come I'm allowed to hold 5 or 1, but not anything else. Alright, that's confusing.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
Alright. He's definitely going to pass me up in a second.
Aye, that'll do. Here. That's enough for me. Your turn. If I was you, I'd take it. Well, you're not afraid of anything.
Damn.
You must have a... Damn your eyes. You played well. Ah, what's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
Thanks. A bit of dice.
It seems Tankard can't tell a 5 from a 6. I won that ring off him.
You beat the bastard. Ha! You're a dab hand, Henry. Thanks. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman will break her broom over my back.
What will you give me for it?
Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison.
All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage.
Yeah. True enough.
I mean, that's the whole reason why I did it, but okay. A little weird. The hell are you?
I'm a bit anxious about tomorrow. How about you? Are you worried?
He's pretty young.
But we've got good intentions. Sir Hans is responsible and sensible too when it comes to important things. And no doubt Lord von Berghoff is a wise man and he'll hear him out with a cool head. Clever folks can always somehow come to an agreement, can't they?
That's right. And also, we're coming with an offer of alliance. I can't imagine what could happen for them not to receive us.
Not much chance of that.
How do you like it here?
I'll tell you, it's nothing like home.
And have you ever been further than Ratai?
No, I never was, but I always wanted to. That's why Oates put in a word for me so I could ride along. Besides, for an adventurous expedition like this, you've got to have the right gear and good horses. And I'm in charge of them.
And you take good care of our horses. I can't say they're exactly whinnying with joy.
Don't make fun of me, eh? Whenever they need anything, I take care of it for you. The only thing that bothers me is them cliffs and rocky paths. I hope none of the horses breaks a leg.
Yeah, they may very well could. Depends on how fast we're going. Running for our lives.
Look what I have for you.
Anything else? Nope.
Can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead.
Hi.
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me.
Perform an attack. You select the direction attack by moving the mouse. The 3 lawn spikes in the upper part of the rosette are used to select the direction of attack, while the arrow shape at the bottom is used for stabs. Interesting.
Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Chain attacks by pressing the attack button again while your first attack is still in progress. Chaining attacks is faster and more efficient.
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Now save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. That's the way. Good. Good. Nice.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
The opponent's attack.
You have to move sooner.
Aye.
That's it. Nice, Henry.
All right.
Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it.
Melee attack.
Follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Good, Henry. Nice. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Reference.
If someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then. Oh, nice. Nice work, Henry. Too slow. Nice. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
It's me.
All right. 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself. Off to a good start.
Nice technique. Did you see that?
Oh boy. combat's definitely a bit more streamlined.
Now we're even.
God, this is reminding me of all the times I trained with Captain Bernard. That reference was nice, because you can easily, like, just grind the combat in the first game just by playing around with Captain Bernard. Oh, shit. This has gone on for quite a while, though. I guess I just have to be more aggressive.
I yield. Enough. Oh, fuck's sake! You're unstoppable. Oh, you won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when.
I don't know. That was pretty long.
Now let's go and eat.
I feel like we were being a little easy.
So who won, gentlemen?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
Ah. I drag you out. I dragged you apart. Could have carried on with us till morning. I cleared things up with the husband.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we dragged you home right away,
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot,
Throwing groschen around like that. Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. she lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
She's brave. She saved my life when I went back to Scallis after it was razed to bury my parents, and a bunch of mercenaries attacked me. And that's all I'll say.
It's a bit of a personal question.
Isn't too bad.
Oh yeah, how was she?
Apart from the mosquitoes,
Aye.
Different?
Apart from them.
Guess things were a lot different back then. I'm more open.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
I needed a bit of peace and quiet. I had a stroll around, checking out what plants grow here, praying for the success of our mission. Then I came back.
At last someone with some sense who's not in a hurry all the time.
if I always had to think everything over, but
I wouldn't have rolled in the hay with so many girls if I spent my time just thinking about it.
Thanks for the prayer, anyway.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the Royal Chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on
And
having
there's
a
time
lot of
dialogue.
swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
and is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
No, certainly not with this gameplay systems. But we are slowly building up our... Especially since I'm using mouse and keyboard. I never played the first one with mouse and keyboard. I played it with a controller. Because it was on console when I played it. But, yeah. All in all, you know, mouse and keyboard seems like the way to go with this system. I like the sword, personally.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Ishvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? Sir Radzig ain't dead, though.
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning. Hmm? Hmm?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Ugh.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief.
I can't imagine walking around in full-on chainmail and armor. Especially for days on end. This looks like spring or warmish weather. It's gotta be insufferable.
Ah, Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ball sack.
What's the matter?
Oh. No, no.
Let's go to them.
Sir Hans.
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Oh no, do I have to censor this? This game is not shy about titillating scenes and experiences. Yeah, boy.
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer.
No, so this is how we're learning how to sneak, huh?
Follow me. Carefully. No sudden moves. Don't give us away. Hear that singing? They must be close.
Oh, this is gonna be so fucking interesting. This is something ripped out of my Japanese.
Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer.
Shit! One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others.
Only she's blocking our way, right in our path.
Damn it! Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
Throw a stone to distract the girl's attention. I guess this way? This way. God, he throws far.
What was that?
It worked. Let's go.
I'm gonna go ahead and just let this thing play out. I'm not gonna pause or nothing, but you know, because I'm sure we're probably gonna see some things here. This is a good time to probably try to get into the editing aspect of it, of the video. But otherwise, if I can't wrap my head around how to blur out the imagery in this video, then you know, just gonna have to, completely just like rip this part of the scene out. Gives me a good chance to really delve into the editing side of things. Oh. All right, let's see how this is gonna fucking play out. We're probably gonna get into some stupid fuck shit. I can already tell. I didn't see an option for like a streamer option or like a anti-nudity thing in the settings. Though granted, I wasn't necessarily looking for it. Damn. The bandits.
Don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away. Hey!
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey! Hands off her, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs! That bastard's with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? She's mine!
Well, rip that guy. Rip Bozo.
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiot! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim? Just now.
Just now.
Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them up on the other side! Off these forces, quick!
Oh, Mott.
Dog made it.
What the fuck was that, Henry? You rescuing a damsel in distress?
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? What exactly do you call...
Oh, oh shit.
Oh, you've been hit.
What? Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this.
No, wait. Ah!
Fuck! We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yeah, I'll manage. I'd lead the way.
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish.
You guys are gonna freeze if you don't find anything to wear. Oh damn. Get away with Sir Hans, you're a wanted man.
Then we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up. So,
Right now enemies are searching for you. You can
there's someone in front of us. Down.
They mustn't get away. Got that? Call out as soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the guard. And keep your eyes peeled.
Go
right?
around.
You two, go up there. Get a move on. You watch this side of the rocks. And you, go to the pond.
things are progressing a lot quicker than I thought they were going to at this than I thought it was going to at the rate we were going.
Give me a full report.
You'll see us. We'll have to wait.
You honestly think we
Get to work.
all the fucking way across? Shut up, or the chief will hear you.
It's still easier here than that skirmish on the other side.
Smuggling about in the pitch black, when all your talk dirty blinds you. Leave it out.
We've got to get to that tree trunk up ahead, quietly. There's more of them up top. Fuck!
I played dice against Lefty yesterday.
They're coming here! Stand still!
Instead.
You reckon we'll find them, do you? If they tried to swim across the pond, they'll be found half dead somewhere on the bank.
Run! Quick!
Down instead of being high up. Because you can't see shit from what's there through the foliage. But we were
No. Fuck! They're in front of us! Quick! Into the rocks!
Cut those curva! They're fleeing into the rocks! Hurry! Run around! We'll catch them at the top!
What now?
Hey? Hans! There's more of them up top.
Take cover!
Run ahead of them!
Gotta keep running. It's kind of done to slow down.
Damn it! They're everywhere!
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us.
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake.
Stop it! This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way. If we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
There's a path, but through fissures. There's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
Where are they? I don't know. They must have come this way, damn it. If only that bloody idiot Nails hadn't broken his leg climbing down the cliff. He was trying to catch up with him. Aye. But he shouldn't have jumped down in the dark. You keep watch here, and I'll go and push through. Give me a shout if you see them. Aye. When the others get here, we'll move in from both sides. And send someone after me, too. Got it.
Hans! Hey, Hans!
You're in for it hard, chicken, you piece of shit.
Where is he?
Oh shit. Hi there.
What's your meat off?
Ow.
Fuck off before I...
Life is God's gift, and combat doesn't always have to end in death. If your opponent surrenders, the honorable response is to accept and to fucking...
There's a path, but through fissures. There's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
Where are they? I don't know. They must have come this way, damn it. If only that bloody idiot Nails hadn't broken his leg climbing down the cliff.
Here! Oh, God, we found each other. I didn't manage to warn you when those soldiers popped up in front of me. I only just avoided being seen. And I only found my way out of those bloody rocks a while ago.
Oh shit. Random douchebag. Thanks for the sword.
Fuck you, whoreson! Sacre! What the? You wanna try?
Oof. Hey, hands off the dog. Oh. Damn. Rip Bozo and rip fucking Henry. Oh boy.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
Oh.
If you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists. We did a fine job. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, has its benefits. Like keeping your head on your shoulders.
Pa,
Now, come now. I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are.
Having a bit of a dream here.
why? Am I dead?
Not yet.
Maybe like being reborn.
I'm dead, though.
If I'm not, then how come?
You chose a different path than I wanted for you. And maybe that's how it was meant to be.
Nice scene, actually.
Chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up. It's not over yet.
For the love of God, wake up. Pull yourself together, Henry. Thank Christ. Oh, I thought you were done for.
Where am I?
Well, you dropped out of the sky like a shot-down hawk. And that fella landed with you. You broke your fall nicely, otherwise you'd have ended up the same as him.
What are you wearing?
Well, you won't be needing it. We can't be running naked through the woods. And if you're capable of running at all.
Now, where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Just don't worry about your dog. He can look after himself. Right, we've got to disappear. Right?
Now run.
Help you up.
I think you give the close to the guy who's actually wounded.
How are you holding up?
It's not so bad.
It doesn't look so bad, though.
That'll have to do for now. As long as you're able to talk. As long as you talk.
Does not look good at all. Oh. Flashbacks?
What are you staring at?
They're here. Sigismund's army.
The only army here is the one-man army of Sahans Cape. Jesus, don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
What do you do? Fall on some shrooms?
But the gate is closed.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
Fuck.
What's the matter?
Humans. They're slaughtering everyone. They'll kill us.
Christ, Henry, stop yelling and move your ass.
Bianca.
Come on.
Father?
Listen to me now. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the truck. Go to the castle.
Easy, Henry.
What about you?
Are you mad?
Mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what
Come
I
on.
say right now. Give the sword to
For
someone.
Christ's sake.
If anything happens, he'll take care
Come
of you.
on.
Trust me.
Oh, you can hardly stand, damn it. But we'll make it together. You'll see. Henry, focus.
yourself together. Please. There's nobody here. You're just imagining things. Run. No. Don't give in to it. Hang in there.
Logs.
We'll make it together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this. It's all right, Henry. I've got you. Just a little further.
Man, what a hallucinogenic an experience that he's gotten. He must have fell on something.
The linden tree.
That or he lost more blood than some realized.
No, we can't stop.
I let them all down.
You've never let me down. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Interesting start for the game so far. Some light gameplay here and there. Mostly tutorial, but otherwise, at least the story's picking up.
Pavlena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
Right. I'll see what I can do for him. Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
My parents.
That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed, but don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Fuck.
Got you, whoresons.
Think against them.
Damn.
Hey, lad. Are you alive, lad?
They burned it to the ground.
Slaughtered everyone. Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
Getting the recap story. I mean, that makes sense. Probably be everyone's first experience with Kingdom Come, but still.
Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
I'm assuming they're trying to set us up for the stakes. Maybe Morgvard is going to actually Ah.
I ain't your ma, laddie.
Orgvar's probably going to be the new antagonist for this story.
All the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
Yeah, it looks like he took some damage himself during that scuffle. You discovered your pet. That's a way to start this off.
What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
Well, I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
What happened to him?
That cutthroat that followed you fellas cut him up bad. Hans was fighting him outside, then he came staggering in, said something about Fortuna, and collapsed on the floor.
And what about that cutthroat?
You can go out and have a look at him. Hans gave him a right hammering. I didn't get a wink of sleep with that corpse in my yard.
I understand. I'm sorry we caused you such trouble. But you'll save Hans, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'd say I've had worse.
I've had worse. My shoulders stings a bit, but I'm alright otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushenna's my name.
And I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Alright. Terrible fall. Miraculously, you survived the terrible fall, but you lost several main level skill and perk points due to your extensive injuries. You have no choice but to recover and regain them gradually later in the game. Bleeds your life and can even kill you. To stop the bleeding, open.
wound is still bleeding. Better bandage it up quick before I bleed out.
Luck you should pull through.
That's really good. So good I wouldn't say no to some more. Aye. True bliss is a full belly.
All right. It's a dog. Got food on him too.
This will be the weapon used by the bastard who cut up Sir Hans. Ah, I feel like a new man.
All right. Anything else around here? Lock picking? Oh, a savory schnapp. That's exactly what
Seems Bujana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here.
probably be learning how to make schnapps out of this. There we go. Just dump this motherfucker over here. Oh, even better. Come on, buddy. Gonna dump your ass somewhere where no one will find you. Here we go. Enjoy. Equipping a pouch will open up slots that you place potions and food into. You can then quickly consume these during combat. The maximum number of slots you can have is 4, but not every pouch will allow you to use them all. It has to be put over the tunic. Yeah.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again.
Oh.
So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Kind of already did, but yeah.
Easy as pie. I can do that. Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds. Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious, too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that.
I already got rid of him. I dumped him in the water.
You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
All right.
Henry will be back soon with the herbs.
Yep, time to go pick up the corpse that I dragged all the way down here. I figured this might be a plot point, but... or at least a bit of a little side quest, but I thought, you know what? I'll just get rid of him ahead of time. Why the hell not? At least it seems like I got him at least somewhere near where he needs to be dropped off. Which one is it? Game looks phenomenal, even though it's not on its highest graphical setting. That is one thing I can definitely say. I mean, they put a lot of effort just for authenticity and realism alone. Let's see. Okay, I will be right back. Go and just pause the game here for a second. Alright, I'm back after eating. Sorry about that. Food was ready.
Shit. My shoulder. This bastard's hard work. You can't be in the ground soon enough.
Mm-hmm. Alright. That's done. Now we just gotta go up the hill. Go retrieve some chamomile and flowers.
Damn, my shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain. Purple flower, sage. There we go. That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
So far, I have failed every dialogue check.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Seriously. Alright. Good protection.
Hey, what are you doing walking around with a weapon? If you don't want us to teach you a lesson, come here sharpish and tell us who you are. Lord von Bergov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights' company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
You're from Lord von Bergov? You don't look like it.
Kurva! Watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from von Bergov, then we're from fucking von Bergov. Who else would we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to cold steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Hmm. It's hard to tell which will work on this guy. Hmm. Fuck it.
Do you think I'm a fool? I know a robber when I see one. There's been lots of you types in these parts recently, and the fellas from the village are well pissed off. So get lost and don't come back, or we'll take our axes to you.
Easy there. We're no robbers, we're just carrying out orders. We've had a look round here, so we can be on our way again.
The devil take it. That's all I need. Get it.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Bergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them.
Sure. No need for thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds, and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. Well, I've
I've been at the alchemist bench a few times, but it's been quite a while.
That's
Certainly.
grand. More than I was hoping for. And not to worry, it'll all come back to you. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it. Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started.
Okay.
Go to the recipe book.
Mm-hmm.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
So this is the chamomile decoction. Sleep heals you faster, and it's good quality. Energy replenishes faster while sleeping. Need wine, 2 handfuls of chamomile, and a handful of sage.
You must have read it by now, surely.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the thing.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left.
Yeah, the wine.
Into the recipe. So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Move the cauldron down?
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
There we go.
Right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Don't even let me pick the other ones.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Going through all the mechanics, I see.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a file and pour it in. Done. Now let's see what you've brewed.
Amount 2.
Here it is.
Oh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Leave and save. Sleep and save. Sleep.
That decoction will chase away the fever. You'll sleep better after, and that'll give you strength. There's not much...
Sleep and shave. Sleep and shave. More dreams.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
Ah, that's Sir Radzik.
If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotten hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Who the hell is that? Gotta be the old lady.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what
Nice.
happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah. That sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep.
How much you want to bet she has another romanceable carrot?
Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep.
I thought he did, but I guess I must have remembered wrong.
Can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Strikes me as the most important part.
Pa, without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But
What are you, a psychologist?
I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Thanks, Pablena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
The clutches of his lordship. Perks increasing Henry's level will also give you a perk point, and use them to unlock his other abilities and upgrades. You find all the important information about Henry's stats, abilities, and current status throughout the game. You learn perk points, which you can use to improve your stats, skills, and warfare capabilities. In other tabs, you'll find buffs that can temporarily affect Henry's status, your reputation, and places you've been, recall combos, or check the status of your animal companions. Okay. I always said you should do one good deed every day. You can carry that mother's wisdom in your heart, and that's why you often carry it in the palm of your hand. If you gain reputation, the increase will be 10% higher. Okay. All damage is reduced and required. Agility for all weapons will be 2 lower for you in general. If you have a lower agility than the weapon requires, you will find it more difficult to fight with. But if you have a higher agility, the stamina consumption will drop. With this perk, you will reach that state sooner. Could be a lot of hoofing around. I'm going to go with Featherfoot. Polished wares. When selling weapons, armor, or clothing that are near perfect or perfect condition, you'll gain 10% more money for them. Each bonus when haggling, making it easier to negotiate for better pricing. Definitely Silverton.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you, too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Oh boy.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Halosh as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Oh boy.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Quite literally.
Now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the 2 of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help
Nice.
when you're in danger. Or
More chances to save the game.
have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you, and we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Yeah, we're pretty far off, aren't we?
I got held up in Troskowitz.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about the rest of our company?
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance.
Not a ghost have a chance.
We shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Alright, looks like we're off. Ah, nice farewell cutscene. Rushing for the road. Now we're going through with this, huh? Dumbasses. I'll give Capon credit in one sense. His horniness is definitely what saved us from getting massacred. Proving once again that the power of boners is strong. That was just a tutorial, too. An introduction, and then a tutorial. Crazy. This must be the village we were supposed to go. Well, that doesn't sound good. Things are going to get complicated, aren't they? Another loading screen. Well, oh.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
I don't think they're going to let that fly. I mean, we're not exactly dressed like royalty.
You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I
am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send 2 vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Begone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
I really don't know what they were thinking was going to happen when they came here dressed like this.
The fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
The fly sound. As it's over. I hope that's horse shit. I don't know what's worse, being dumped in human shit or horse shit. What do you think is worse? I can't imagine. Oh, man. So even the captain got ambushed by bandits. I feel like this is definitely some type of strategy that's being implemented here. There's definitely something more nefarious going on. They attacked us. They attacked the captain. There's probably some sort of plot going on. They probably want to make sure that this place falls under Sigismund's control and not anybody else's. Especially not the loyalists.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
Yeah, especially since our clothes belong to dead men, so that makes it even better.
Was all that at the gate? Try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
Oh, man.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
We have to get our letter back. We can always go back. First, we have to wash and change.
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here.
Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Learn some coin then.
So we'll earn some.
Oh.
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
You know, he's right about that.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Let's get this one right out of the way.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Gruel. The chef probably spat in it. So far, this opening has taken up much of the gameplay than anything else.
What is this stuff? Hey, there's meat in that, and there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Oh, that's the lady that we saved.
It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for.
Well, he has that look for that.
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Oh yeah, naked guy at the pond. Yeah, it's totally vouched for that.
God be with you. A full pitcher
Odd.
of wine, please. My word, that's a picture at art.
The amount of times character models are going to pop in is going to be hilarious.
Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry, I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Oh shit.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
They ain't wrong.
Captain.
Oh?
I could get in.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself.
Wait.
and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a mo then. I'll be right back.
Aye, health, lads. Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
Huh?
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
You know, that one was actually kind of earned, admittedly.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
She is such an ass.
Why you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad
I
to
haven't
hear it.
complained a single time.
I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallis.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Okay.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Sameen is his vassal.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Sameen. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Sameen is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting itched. They used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Fascinating. Where's the wedding going to be?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Sameen, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Can I get to the wedding?
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Huh. Well, I guess that's our next lead. We'll leave it there.
Discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that.
Alright, and I guess with that, we'll just leave it there. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, with that, we'll just leave it there. Oh, I could have just saved and quit. Well, damn it. Alrighty. Oh. Well. That's that. So, thank you all so... Well, actually, hang on. Maybe I don't need to put it off just yet. Well, I mean, I'm going to have to cut it off. Anyways, no. The point being, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And I might do a part 2 to this just because we haven't really gotten into the nitty-gritty of it. But now that we've gotten through the opening segment of the game, it's shaping up to be an interesting game. The gameplay feels a lot better than it did in the first one, I must admit. The sword play feels a lot better. I'm not sure what other weapons are going to feel like. But otherwise, you know, it's been an all interesting experience. But yeah, with all of that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.